Hello, let me give you an overview of the target market page. You start by naming your survey. Please make sure to give it a meaningful name because this title will be visible to the respondents. But don't worry, you'll be able to edit it on the survey editor page later. Your first big choice is where you want to get the survey takers, from our panel or from your own list. Our panel is currently consists of over 2.25 million users, and it grows every day and every month. If you have your own list of respondents, you can switch to this mode. It will change the way the page looks, but you will be paying nothing for the complete because our survey tools are absolutely free when you ask your own peers, your clients, or your connections. If you still want to survey our panel members, you have a full great set of features here to specify who exactly you want to interview and to define your target market. The first choice you're going to make is what is the country of residence of people you want to interview. United States are the default settings, but you can also select Australia, Canada, India, or United Kingdom. More countries are coming soon. So let's start with United States. The next section is psychographics, and I'm going to cover it separately in separate videos. In a couple words, it gives you an ability to tap into what they like, what they own, what they and other behavioral stuff that describes their lives. For example, you might be willing to interview people with Wi-Fi at home. So you start typing your keyword and we'll show all related tags that we have in our system. For example, people with home Wi-Fi. The next choice is to include or exclude such people from your survey. If you want to go and hunt for those tags that we have in the platform, you can click here and see them in alphabetic order and select the one that you're interested in. If you still cannot find it, you can switch to the custom pre-qualification and select exact questions and answers that you want them to see and be pre-screened by on the next page in the survey editor. I'm going to switch back to the psychographics and turn it off to show you the demographic filtering. By default, you are going to survey Gen Pop or general population, but I can get really granular and survey only females, only from 22, let's say, to 46, and maybe with household income of $50,000 a year and up. And please note that every time I engage and change those sliders or filters, this guesstimated delivery meter in the left column reacts. It shows different guesstimated hours that we think the survey will take to be fulfilled, as well as the total price for the survey and the price per complete. The total price for the survey depends on how specific and narrow my target market is, how many completes I'm going to order, which ranges from 50 to 3,000. We recommend doing at least 150 completes. If you want to be really statistically significant, we recommend doing about 350, 400 completes, and that will give you a great amount of data to slice and dice it and do retrospective filtering later on. In addition to the gender, age, income, you have ethnicity or race filters, you have education, employment status, career, relationship status, and location. Every of those filters can be selected individually to match the profile of your typical customers or your target market. When you come to the locations, you can add entire regions. You can remove or add states by states from this list, and you can even tap into the county level. If you're interested only in a few counties, you can deselect all and select those counties that you want to be included in the survey. By default, however, all the states and all the counties in the country are enabled. You can see those gray scale icons here. They called quotas. You can use them to get the sample that you're going to be receiving your survey completes from to match the US Census data. So for example, if you don't enable this feature, we'll be fulfilling your survey as fast as possible, and the split between the genders might not be even or might not represent the census data. It will be random. But if you really want to have 52% of females and 48% of males, you can click here and enable this quota. You can do up to 2 nested quotas enabled at any given time, but please make sure that you have at least 400 completes to do so. So in this case, I can enable the income and the gender. And we will produce a lot of smaller buckets and fulfill all of them to make sure that you have a nice mix of the survey takers. And we will make sure that you have a national representative sample based on those 2 quotas. As you adjust those parameters, you can see that left column will reflect and remember all the choices that you made here. And we'll show these choices on the next page in the survey editor to help you see what you selected. You can clear all filters by clicking here and start over. On the end of this page, you have double check feature. This is one of our patent pending unique features, providing virtually guarantee that survey takers took their time to understand, read their questions, and answer truthfully, because they're gonna see a portion of your survey second time in a different session at least 3 hours later than the first one, and we will deliver you the results only from those folks who were able to match their completes, their answers exactly the same way in the second session without priorly knowing that they're gonna see it again. That's all the settings that you have in the panel mode of Target Market. Let me show you quickly what you're going to see if you decide to send the survey to your own list. When I switch to this mode, I no longer have my filters and sliders because we have no idea of who you're going to be sending the survey to. It might be your club, it might be your clients. We have no idea of their demographics or psychographics. But here you have 8 choices to enable those demographic questions and append them to the end of your survey or in the beginning of the survey based on those 2 checkboxes below. If you don't want to ask sensitive questions like income, you just leave it in the don't ask mode and enable all the trade questions that you want to be automatically asked within your survey and then be used in the statistics to help you filter and slice and dice the data. The next option is how many answers do you want to allow per IP address. The default choice here is 5+, which is unlimited, but you're going to restrict this to get a greater distributed scope of answers. Finally, you specify how many completes you want from 1 to 3,000 and even up, and click Write Your Survey to follow up and continue with your study.